Thanks for tuning in to the Urban Scope podcast. I'm back with another episode today. Today, I will be covering something I haven't covered before, and that's the top battle rappers in the game. Now, one of my favorite things to do in my spare time is to watch battles on YouTube, sometimes URL app, if I have it at the time, but mostly watching the battle raps on YouTube, whether it's URL, the RBE, even some of the smaller leagues like the Gates and stuff like that. I watch those. So I've watched battles probably for about, I want to say about 3, 4 years now. So I've seen a bunch of battlers and I've started thinking about the top five that I want to talk about as far as right now. And of course, this is my top five. Everybody's has different things they look for in battles, battle rappers, or anything that you're trying to make a top five for. So, you know, with battle rap, I love the sport of it and just the pure nature of the creative bars and the lyricism that is required for it, and the just the creativity. Some people might say they stretching words out a little bit, but it's very clever how they do it. And I'll talk about my top five battlers who um, exemplified the best for me. Now these battlers are all active. I'm not counting Sue Surf, Free Sue Surf. When if Surf was out, I'm pretty sure he would be in my top five, but he's not out, so I'm just counting the active battlers. It's not an all-time list; it's a current list. So, my top five battlers. So first, I'm gonna start off with Rum Nitty, one of the most clever rappers in the game right now. Just lyricism, performance. That's some of the attributes that he has. He makes you rewind things and make you think about him because a lot of times I don't catch him the first time around. I have to really think about it. And I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. And that's what a good battle rapper does. You know, your Loaded Luxes, your Murder Mooks, they do that. They give you these bars, they go over your head, and you have to really think about it and come back to it at a later time. But he's very complicated lyricist, and some of my favorite battles of his is when he battled Iron Solomon, and then of course when he battled New Jersey Twerk, that was a good one as well. Must see TV or must see YouTube TV as far as battle rap goes. Then next, one of my favorite rappers is EL Will. He has the best current event bars as far as what's going on right now. His performance is amazing as well. He can really, I think he'll be a good actor, or even like he said before, a good on Wild 'N Out, just because of the performance piece and the way he conveys things and the way he can tell a story and makes it funny at the same time, while not necessarily trying to be. But his battles against Hitman Holla was one of my favorite. He had very good lines in there. Against King Los, he had those current bars about the Whack 100 situation. And of course, Hollow the Don, he had a situation when he talked about him against the one battle rapper from Atlanta, the other Don, not Hollow the Don, but John the Don, which was a good bar as well. And nextly, I like Geechee Gotti. He has the best crowd reaction and crowd control next to Hitman Holla, of course. And he also has, street reference in his raps, talking about stuff he went through in life. And he's very good with analogies and punchlines and things like that. And he has a very good slogan, like the top battle rappers has. But now he's not the most lyrical, but as far as performance and conveying a story and putting it in a way that you can understand it, he's very great at that. I like when he does that and the storytelling that he has. And he puts his bars in a simplistic way for the people who didn't grow up on the streets to understand what's going on. His favorite battle, two battles, is the one he had Geechee Gotti against Sue Surf, and then also Geechee Gotti against Arsenal. Him and Arsenal, I can't really score that one. It was a very good battle that they came up with. Very good punchline bars for bars. I think Arsenal won the first round. You can pretty much go where you want after that. So very difficult round to score. Now this next battler is probably my favorite battle rapper just because of his performance, his punchlines, his slogans, how clever he is. He's very underrated because unfortunately he, forgot his lines in a couple of battles, so they used that against him. But as far as creativity and just pure ability to battle rap, New Jersey Twerk is one of the best. He's my favorite. I want to just say that now. He's one of my favorite. His stage presence is impeccable. And some of his favorite battles that he had, there's so many names, but the Charlie Clip one, that was a very good battle. One of the top battles and probably top 10 in my history of watching him against Tay Rock. very good battle against somebody he looked up to. But you also always have that Iverson meets Jordan moment where you have to AI him for your survival, as Drake said. And then lastly, Averb. When Twerk went against Averb, that was a very good one. I think Twerk's third round should be in the Hall of Fame of battle rap. It should be, I don't know if they have a Hall of Fame, but if they did, that third round, the whole third round should go in there. Well, no, actually it's a, I believe it was yeah, it was a third round. That third round against Averb was a haymaker. That was a 10-7 round if you're a boxing fan. That was a complete knockout. There's nothing that Verb could have said that could have helped that round or even make it 10-9 or even close. That round was so out of this world. But unfortunately, Twerk had a very bad first round against Verb, and Verb won the first round. The second round is kind of a toss up. So, but most people give it to Twerk because the third round was just so amazing. And then lastly, Hitman Holla. I have to put him on the list just because he was one of the guys who got me into battle rap. He was one of the guys on Wild 'N Out before I knew really what battle rap was. I listened to him and wanted to see more about the sport and the nature of the battle rap, and I got into battle rap from Hitman's Holla's presence on Wild 'N Out. Now he does carry the biggest name, and I think he did a good thing for the brand. You had Murder Mooks and Loaded Luxes and people that came before him, but they didn't take the battle rap to the next level. They became very stagnant, or they didn't have the platform that what Hitman Holla had, that he was able to transition. And eventually, Conceited followed him as well over to battle rap, so he was able to do a lot of things. And then Charlie Clips as well. So he was they expanded the brand, those three guys, and I want to give Hitman Holla his flowers just for doing that. He's not the most lyrical, but he is the most box office. He did put battle rap on his back as far as publicity goes, kind of softening the brand up for people to come in and join, for people to take it seriously. He was a great ambassador for it, but his punchlines and his rewind back that he created, nobody else has. When he has a bar that's good and he incorporates his brother into his battles as well, very creative. But some of his favorite battles against him that he had was the one he had against Sue Surf, and the one that he had against Ill Will as well. So Ill Will, I think, won that battle, but Hitman Holla did very good as far as being able to counteract what Ill Will was throwing out there. So that's my top 5 in battle rap. And as always, until next time, I'll see you next time.